Welcome back to part 2 of our training on the learner profile. This training will expand on our past training, looking at the behaviors that indicate growth in the learner profile. For this video, you will need your IB course guide or an IB course guide that relates to your class. Guides can be found in our online classroom. To what degree do you find yourself describing your class in this way? It is good to have a roadmap for pacing, but centering your mind on stuff to complete runs contrary to IB philosophy. IB, like backward design, wants you to aim for something bigger that allows for knowledge transfer and meaning making, a worthier aim than just the stuff of your class. Worthier aims can be found in your IB course guide. In fact, that's what they're called, the aims of your course. Each aim starts with a verb. Here's a wordle of the 9 verbs that drive the aims of the IB computer science class. What do you notice about these verbs? I notice that the verbs aren't focused on stuff. There's no verb here like recall or compute or arrange. I also notice that the verbs are positive, like provide and encourage. But I also notice that they are ambiguous. How do you know you're done providing in a classroom? Or how do you know you're done encouraging? Or how do you know you're done enabling? IB wants you to validate and celebrate objectives that have no clear endpoint. The learner profile gives you capacities to develop. The course aims give you a purpose, a reason for using those capacities in the first place, although they are purposes with no clear endpoint. Though you're likely to use many capacities in the learner profile, IB suggests that you plan units in a way where you are pairing a primary course aim with a primary learner profile capacity. This is the heart of their backward design. Consider the following aim from the IB Language and Literature course. Which capacity do you think is best paired with this aim? I selected communicator, and I'm betting you did as well. Please take the time now to go to your course guide and select an aim from your course that pairs with communicator. Okay, now you know you want to focus on growing the students as communicators, and you have selected an aim like the one in my class where I want to develop students' power in both oral and written communication. Now it's time to go back to your backward design and determine your acceptable evidence. To do this, imagine a continuum. Imagine what a student could be doing to show that they can communicate a little bit within that aim. Write down in positive language what that looks like. Now imagine what it looks like to be a masterful communicator within that aim. Write down in positive language what that might look like. I think you will find Bloom's taxonomy or the DOKs are very useful here in determining your continuum language. As a final step to this training, you are ready to imagine an activity that would make these behaviors easily observable. One way to do this is by planning for a major event. For example, in Virginia, I paired that aim with the communicator profile and asked students to design a mobile tour of historic churches in the county. The event was to present the tour to the county's tourism board. I will leave links to some of their work in our online classroom. Another method is to create a regulated system that allows for novelty. For example, I use the Writer's Workshop and book clubs. These are both regulated systems that I can use once a week or once every 2 weeks. Yes, you lose a little bit of the excitement that comes with a big event, but you gain much more in terms of getting students acclimated to processes and grabbing reliable formative data. What will your activity be? Will it be an event, or will it be a regulated system? Take the time to write down a couple of those ideas. If you're using this video to front-load a meeting, be ready at the meeting to share the following: your aim from your particular course, your two ends of your continuum, and your idea for an activity that will drive really good observations of those behaviors. In our meeting, we will calibrate our observations on a master continuum, and I believe what we will have built at the end is a powerful cross-curricular tool that allows for us to work together in building the learner profile. Thank you.